just heard a boom.
Oh my God.
What an absolute crazy way to start the new year, and Trump hasn't even taken office yet. If you haven't heard, there was an explosion on New Year's Day outside of Trump's Las Vegas hotel where Cybertruck exploded. A lot of people at first were very speculative of it, claiming that maybe it was because it's an EV. We've seen that before, where other EVs have exploded due to the battery and things of that nature. But now we have some major updates, and this is continuously being investigated, and it looks like this is some crazy situation. So it says here, obviously, by this headline, that this was an intentional explosion. This was planned. This was not a battery. And that the person who intentionally tried to harm others self-deleted themselves prior to the truck exploding. So luckily, the fireworks and bombs and wherever else he created that were in the back of the truck didn't cause any damage to anybody or the actual building itself. Everything kind of went up and out.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser! Good. Good.
Here's a real quick image of what the back looked like while they're doing the investigative work. You can clearly see drums of gas here. It looks like fireworks here, other debris and everything. So maybe if this was a normal vehicle, the explosion would have been bigger and you would have had more fragments coming from, say, like a Honda or something. I don't really know. I'm not a bomb expert, but a lot of people are saying that thanks to the Cybertruck, it was able to maintain a lot of that explosion and prevent serious injury to any other bystanders. So that's some really good news, I guess, coming from here. Like I said, this is still under investigation, and it looks like this person, though, has been tied to the other attack that took place on New Year's Eve over in New Orleans. So it says here, the Cybertruck explosion suspect has been identified as 37-year-old Army veteran Matthew Livelsberger, according to the local news reports. Now, this Matthew Livelsberger is a U.S. Army veteran of like 19 years and 1 month. Not only is he a veteran, but apparently he was Special Forces. He lived out of Colorado. His current job was remote and autonomous systems manager. So this is somebody who knows what they're doing and has a lot of information. So jumping back over to this article, it says right here, the damage from the blast was mostly limited to the interior of the truck, and the explosion vented out and up, and it didn't hit the Trump Hotel doors just a few feet away. Livelsberger served in the Green Berets, highly trained special forces who work to counter terrorism abroad and train partners, the Army said in a statement. He had served in the Army since 2006, rising through the ranks with a long career of overseas assignments, deploying twice to Afghanistan and serving in Ukraine, Tajikistan, said that wrong, Georgia, and Congo, the Army said. Like I said earlier, it does seem that these two different attacks are tied together. The New Orleans attack, where the suspect drove a truck down Bourbon Street, I believe, killing 15 people. Tragic, awful. The videos of that is terrible. I don't recommend anyone watching that or seeing that. But it looks like, again, these people are tied together. They served in the same military base, Fort Bragg, and there's still a lot of unanswered questions as to motive and why all this is taking place. Not only did these two serve in the same military base, but it looks like the two vehicles, the Tesla and the truck that the New Orleans driver drove, were all rented from the same company as well. So there was clearly ties there. And not only that, if you want to put your tinfoil hats on and you want to get really into the depths of things, it does say that the suspects in yesterday's attacks on Bourbon Street in New Orleans and Trump Tower in Vegas both served out of Fort Bragg, the same military base where Ryan Routh visited over 100 times before attempting to take Donald Trump's life.
No, sir, I don't like it.
So again, there's a lot of craziness going on in Fort Bragg, and I'm curious as to what's going on over there that's driving these individuals to do this type of stuff. Again, there's a lot of speculation going on right now with these two situations where a lot of things are still unfolding. You have houses over in Houston, Texas, where the suspect from the New Orleans attack is being raided. The FBI is involved, and they have been obviously shady. We've seen the FBI is not really that trustworthy as of right now. They're involved in the investigation. I know what they have stated with the Matthews Livelsberger situation is that his wife was a complete and anti-Trumper and has spewed a lot of rhetoric about Donald Trump. So a lot of stuff going on and a lot of speculation hopping all around Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. But like I said, a lot of things taking place right now, a lot of terrible things happening. And my personal recommendation is to just stay away from groups or large gatherings or anything like that, because I think things are only going to ramp up. We're not too far off from Trump actually taking office. So in my personal opinion, the closer we get to that, we might see things even ramp up more and more. And that's not obviously good for anybody. But let me know what your thoughts on all of this are down below in the comments. Do you think this is clearly a terrorist attack? Do you think this is something more sinister going on? I want to know your thoughts down below. Like I said, it's crazy. There's a lot of speculation. There's still a lot of things to uncover. And one more thing to add about all of this is that both of the perpetrators of these attacks were U.S. citizens. They weren't even any type of illegal migrants that are pouring in over the border. So we still have a lot of potential dangers and hazards going on, because I know everybody at first immediately thought of, oh, this is an outside attacker who got into the United States. I know it was actually even reported with the New Orleans attacker that they came through the southern border just a couple days ago, when in fact this person lived here. They were a U.S. citizen. Same thing with the person in the Vegas bombing. These are not only U.S. citizens, but veterans of the United States Army. So this is really, really bad. And again, I think there's a lot of other dangers out there that people aren't aware of. So we need to stay vigilant and keep our eyes open. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you next time.